These grown ass men, man. Grown ass men. What you mean you don't get a say or a choice? And generally speaking, you get assigned a locker. Like, okay, you come into the locker. Now, if you got a guy that's a vet and they've been there for a while and they had the same locker, you're going to uproot that man out of his locker. So you're telling me I came into the locker room and one of the guys that was near me was Darryl Green. So you're going to come in and say, yeah, for the sake of the shakeup of what we got going on with our locker room and with our team, we're going to move Darryl Green's locker. Man, you must be out of your mind.
No, he's not. No, he's not. You got to understand that different teams got different philosophies. And on top of that, I get where he's coming from. Yes, he played in the National Football League, and the locker room is a sanctuary for players, right? The one place where players can go to have their freedom, right? They don't have the media to worry about. They shouldn't have the coaches to be worried about, right? But as a leader of this team, Shotty has the right to come in and say, hey, I'm going to set the foundation. I get it. The old ways are the old ways, but there's going to be strength and there's going to be establishment. But I can't have one without the other. I got to establish something as the coach here. And keep in mind, this team is still relatively young. It's not an old team. And Dak Prescott is the leader of this team. Why not merge and have two of the best athletes that's on your team with leader capabilities side by side? So when it's time to be talked upon, there are things that they have to come to the leader of the offense, and that's Dak Prescott. And when it's time to have things to have conversations upon, you got to go to the leader of defense, and that is my guy, Michael Parsons, right? So that is the reason why Shotty had to come in and shake up the joint, because who knows? Who knows? It could have been things that he don't know, that could cause things to be really, really not working into the good for the team. So that's why from the outside looking in, you would never have the right answers to it. Yes, you may have played in the National Football League, but at the end of the day, we don't have somebody of the kind of caliber of Darryl Green here that's been here for a long stay, that is a veteran. So come on, you can't do that.
If you want to come in and make a statement, listen, I know Brian. I know him, and he was a part of Washington when I was there. His dad was literally one of my favorite coaches of all time. God rest his soul. And a lot of the friction that he ran into in DC was with veterans, because he was going to do it his way. They called it Marty Ball. And the vets didn't like him at all. They did not care for him, did not like him. That was the Bruce Smith. Pray for what? Pray for some of this madness going on around here. And so, but Brian, you should learn from the mistakes of the past. And not saying that Marty wasn't a successful coach in the league. But
well, if he wasn't a successful coach, then what are you saying? What are you getting at? If his father was a successful coach, right, in the National Football League, then those are successful things. You can't have one without the other, right? So it's not like that Shotty is going to be exactly Marty, right? It's not going to be that. He's trying to establish strength and establishment. You got to do that. Nothing in life will be able to be performed greatly without those two.
But, you know, it's 2025, man. You're getting your opportunity to be a head coach. The one thing you don't want to do is start off on the wrong foot. And the worst thing you could do is have your veterans looking at you like, bro, I'm not a child. In fact, I have children. I have 5 of them. I have 4 of them. I have 3 of them. Like, you don't have to treat me like a child. This is the.
But no, you come in there and you let them know I'm in charge, right? And then if you have any pushback on it, state your case. This will be another situation, whereas you yourself can see who can speak out on things that they don't like, right? So if said player really wants to be in his original locker space, right, then he can come to Shotty as a man and say, hey, Coach, I love you, man. I appreciate all what you're doing. I get it, but this is what I disagree with. I guarantee you Shotty will respect him more, right? And then on the flip side, the player, when they see Shotty's stance, they will be able to say, you know what? I respect him more, right? Because that's what man's supposed to do. You don't supposed to throw fits because I move your stuff around, right? You don't supposed to do those type of things. You meet each other at the point and have a conversation with it. Now, if you don't have the type of tenacity, right, or the results to express your opinions, right, because we all know everyone have a reason, but results are what matter, right? If you want that spot so bad, right, then deliver the results. Work to get it. But at the end of the day, nothing is given to you. Everything is earned. So if you want to have that voice, to have the right to earn that particular spot, then let it be known on the field and say, Coach, hey, I really want my old spot back. That will be predicated upon what you do out there on the field and as well as your play. But if you're an undrafted guy, you better be glad that you got a locker spot, right? If you're on the bottom end of the roster, you better be glad that your name is on the locker somewhere in the building. But nothing is given to you. Everything is earned. And year to year, hey, I might just change it up from year to year. Yeah, my job is to train and educate you and to coach you. Your job is to deliver the results. So if you can't provide those things, ladies and gentlemen, there's the door. And that's what Shotty is trying to say to them boys, that, hey, at the end of the day, I control the locker room. So my coach used to be so bold that we can be having our personalized conversation. But when coach walk into the building, all of that stuff goes down. Because we know that coach holds the power in the locker room. Even though the locker room is the player's sanctuary, the coach supposed to have that type of authority. But he would never get that authority if he never established strength and establishment. He got to establish something, LaVar, and you know that.
Professional level. So if you're putting in a system of seating charts and all that stuff and where people's lockers are, at least have a conversation with your vets. At least make sure.
You don't know if he didn't. You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing. If you're feeling good about your conversations with the veterans and everything, but you can also feel good about this right here on My Bookies. When you go and select My Bookies, they have a situation and a chance where you can win and earn. So if you feeling confident, be sure to check out My Bookie. And while you checking it out, use promo code MM50. I ain't telling you guys to drop and give me 50, but check it out. This is a way where they can match up to your deposits. I believe around $500 to $1,000. Go ahead, choose My Bookie, and be sure to bet anything, anywhere, anytime with My Bookie, and use promo code MM50. Let's get it one way or another. That's only if you're feeling that you are in control of the clutch time, because it's NBA playoff time. So jump on in and get in line with My Bookie with promo code MM50. Let's get it one way or another.
That you have the support and the understanding of your veterans. Because if you go into it with that, they don't have a choice, you've already set a tone. And
the tone is needed to be set. The Cowboys for 30 years, 30 seasons, didn't really have a coach to drive home a tone. Now, granted, we did have Bill Parcells, right? And to a degree, Mike McCarthy was a better coach than what we've seen out of Jason Garrett. But at the end of the day, Shotty is shaking the room because the old ways are not working. This is equivalent to saying, okay, let's continue to go down this pathway where it's not working, versus let's shake up the joint and let's go a different direction so that we can see the outcome. And because the last outcome is the same of us being in the same direction of not shaking this up. So I do like the aspect of Shotty going in here and saying, okay, all right, I'm going to take my best leader on offense, which is Dak Prescott, our highest paid player on offense. And then when Michael Parsons get his coins, his bag, he will be the highest paid player on defense, and let me merge them two worlds together, strength and establishment. And when you get a chance to see whereas the leaders are at on this team, you got to go to them, right? People way in the back, y'all fighting amongst yourself. Come on where the people are bringing the results, and that's where I'm doing. So granted, if you want to have a say at this, make it and let it be known now or forever hold your peace. Yeah, but you got to answer to me. None of that small talking behind my back, because at the end of the day, I'm the coach over here. And that is what needed to be said and done. And Shotty did just that. I'm 1,000% backing Shotty. Let me know in the comment box where y'all are at. Now, granted, LaVar do got some points, but at the end of the day, we know the history of the Cowboys. It's not like we've been looking at this team being successful for the last 20 to 30 years. No.
You're not coming in with accolades that would say, you know what, we should trust what he's saying. What has Brian Schottenheimer done where a veteran would sit there and be like, yep, we got to do everything that he says?
You know what he's doing? Yeah. I'm the coach, and now you got to listen to me. Your locker will be right here. Or in your locker room will be right there. Now you got to trust me. What you going to do, go against that? And we don't even have the longitude and latitudes of veterans to even walk in to be that boldly. Who's going to get mad? Dak going to get mad? Parsons going to get mad because he moved right beside to Dak? No. Who got the gravitas? Who got the gonads to tell coach, hey, man, I'm a veteran on this team. I'm Malik Hooker. I'm supposed to be right here. Why you moving me? Well, hey, either you can be right here at this locker spot, or we can put you at Pelican Bay shoot program. Pick your choice. Either you going to play for the Cowboys, play under me, or you can be the Pelican Bay boys. That's what coach is supposed to do. LaVar, come on with it.
We do it, we're going to go to the promised land. It's like what I said with Robert Ory the other day, yesterday maybe, where he said, like, JJ Redick talking about they need to be in championship condition. What does he know about championship condition? Now Brian Schottenheimer has been a part of successful coaching staffs, but he's never been a head coach, and he's never won a championship as a head coach.
So what you expect him to do? Fall in line and do the things that Mike McCarthy did, do the things that Jason Garrett did, or do the things that Shotty wants to do? Come on, man. Y'all miss me with this. Hey, don't be nitpicking my team over here when you don't know the history of this team and you don't know the countenance of what Mike McCarthy did when he was here, and on top of that, what Jason Garrett did when he was here. Now we got somebody just shaking up the joint saying, hey, we going to move places. We're going to move the stars where they need to be, and it's going to be aligned my way, not someone else's way. I'm the head coach now. It's my rule. And if you have any questions about that, come see me right now. And if you're not boldly like that, meet me in my office. We'll talk about this over a cup of coffee. Cowboy Nation, post me your thoughts, post me your concerns down below. I believe that Shotty did the right thing. Also, check us out on Believe, and as well, Cowboy Nation, check me out on Law Nation Sports. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Be sure to check out that promo code for my bookies, too. That's MM50. Come on with it. DC for life, not for short. Peace. We up out.